Howdy doody, Tyler, Weekly Metal Reviews here, continuing the awesome month of June, and it's really just started. There's so many releases coming out in June that it's not even funny, like so many huge names, so many big albums coming out this month, and I'm here to talk about one of them. As you can see by the title that you clicked on, Children of Bodom, Halo of Blood. The new Children of Bodom album has arrived, and it's coming out June 11th on my favorite label ever, Nuclear Blast. I just say that because they've put out so many great albums. If I was to go through the majority of my album collection, the majority of them would probably be Nuclear Blast releases. Just saying. When I heard this album's coming out of Nuclear Blast, I was stoked. Reason number one why this album's just awesome, just because it's coming out of Nuclear Blast. Holy crap! I mean, this is not a bad album. It's weird to say. Maybe the move from Spine Farm Records to Nuclear Blast kind of is fresh. It's a new start for Children of Bodom. It's a way to just start over almost with their career again, you know, on a new label. Everything's fresh, everything's new. And I feel almost that's what has happened to this band. I feel that the past two albums by this band have just been horrible. I am not a fan of Relentless, Reckless, Forever at all. There's nothing about that album that I really like. It lacked so much balls and energy that Children of Bodom had earlier in their career. There was just nothing there that really grabbed you and held you. It wasn't that great of an album to me. Blood Drunk, I feel, is not that much better, to be completely honest with you. The only song I really like on there is the title track, Blood Drunk. That's about it. I found the album to be a bore fest, and to me, Children of Bodom has just been going downhill. It's like they started at the peak of their career, you know, with their album Something Wild, and it's just been downhill ever since. But, you know, the first about 4 albums from Children of Bodom have been fantastic. Follow the Reaper, Hate Kill Death Roll, Hate Breeder, classics. Are You Dead Yet was solid, but it wasn't the greatest thing ever. But I have to say, If You Want Peace, Prepare for War off of Are You Dead Yet is one of my personal favorite Children of Bodom songs ever. And, you know, Halo of Blood is actually a pretty damn fine album. It would fit in with those first few Bodom releases because it's a good album, like I said. And the reason why is I feel that overall, when you listen to this, you just feel that they have their balls and their manliness back, and they're just out to really smash your face with some skull-crushing metal, some head-banging fucking riffs, some speedy, punching-to-the-face drums, and that's what this album is. And it just gets back to what makes Children of Bodom great. Their mix of kind of sort of melodic death metal type guitars with some, like, you know, folk metal that they call extreme power metal or whatever. And, you know, the keyboards. Children of Bodom is one of the only bands I really dig that uses keyboards very prominently in their music. And this album's no different. The keyboards really show up. And one thing that I like is that there's more guitar solos than keyboard solos. I feel that they, over their career, put way too much emphasis on a keyboard solo. And while they're cool, they can only be so inventive, if you ask me. But, you know, when they're on here, they fit perfectly. When I heard the song Halo of Blood, when they released it before this album came out, I was just floored. I'm like, wow, this album's actually going to be good. I know it. I just had that feeling. You know, it starts off with a blast beat. Something that you haven't heard in a Children of Bodom song in a really, really long time to me. It just came right out and was like, boom! And this whole album just punches you in the face the whole time. And one thing that I think is great about it is that each song starts off with a very catchy and solid riff. You know, it doesn't start with some subpar riff or anything. Like, it's a really solid, catchy riff. The song, I believe, All Twisted. And, oh, what is it? Sorry. Damage Beyond Repair. Those two start off with some really great riffs. Same with Transference and Wasted Skin. great songs. I mean, the rest are all good too, but those really stuck out to me. And that's another thing about Children of Bodom. I feel that ever since Are You Dead Yet, there hasn't really been any songs that stand out. They all really blend together on their past two albums. You know, personal opinion, of course, but on here, every song really stands out. There's nothing I can say that is bad about a song on this album. They're all solid songs. Some a little better than others, of course, but they're all really solid songs. And I feel that Children of Bodom, you know, maybe they were just tired of writing albums all the time or something. I don't know. It's like they just rejuvenated themselves. And it's like they really tried on this album to write some of the best material that they've ever written. And one thing that helps, you know, along with the guitars, is, you know, great songwriting. And the songwriting is fantastic. There's some really catchy parts on this. Such as Halo of Blood, such as the guitar riff I was talking about. The one track, Dead Man's Hand on You, is a slower track that I did not expect at all. I did not see that coming in this album. And, you know, that's a pretty damn good song, and it's pretty catchy, I have to say. And I just find that awesome. There's great guitar riffs and there's great songwriting. There's some pretty wicked solos on here from Alexi Leho, I believe. I always fuck his name up. But one thing that I also think is great is his vocals. His vocals are fantastic on this album. He really moves away from him trying to sing a little bit more, you know, that. You know, he got away from that. I don't really like when he does that. It just sounds forced and not right. It just sounds off whenever he does it. There's more scream vocals on here, and his screams is one of the most unique screams in metal, if you ask me. And, you know, sometimes when he hits some really high screams, I'm just like, yes! You know, this is fucking sick, dude. I haven't said that about Children of Bodom since I got into them with their early stuff. Needles 24/7, 6 Pounder, Follow the Reaper, songs like that. I haven't said that, you know, that song from Children of Bodom was absolutely sick since I got into them. And it's just great to have a new Children of Bodom album that's just rules, you know. And just those three things to me really make this album great. The songwriting, the guitar riffs, and the vocals are just so much better. You know, he's moved away from how he went in the past. You know, his vocals were just kind of boring and lackluster, and they didn't pack that punch. Now they do. It's like he really focused in on his vocals this time around. So overall, I mean, that's about all I have to say about this album. This is a great album. It really is. I don't expect it to take my album of the year personally, or anybody's for that matter, but I expect it to be up there, to be honest with you. I mean, it's a solid album. It's not the greatest thing. I don't think it's the greatest album in their career, but it is one that's worthy, and, you know, you can finally say the new Children of Bodom album's pretty good, you know. Not like, you know, oh, Children of Bodom, oh, you know, how they have been. But, you know, it's just nice to say that Children of Bodom has put out a new album, and it's good. If it wasn't for the new Black Sabbath, this would be the surprise of the year to me. Just saying. So what for a score? I'm going to have to give this an 8.5 out of 10. I will be picking this up. Check this out when it comes out. June 11th, Halo of Blood by Children of Bodom. Rules.